Google VEO3 changed creative content completely, and it's absolutely insane. You can now turn any image into talking videos that look so realistic, so people won't believe you if they're AI generated. I'm talking about creating your own AI avatar that can speak in any accent, promote your products, or even become the face of your entire brand without you ever stepping in front of the camera. Today, I'm gonna show you the complete workflow that combines ChatGPT's new custom GPTs, NanoBanana's latest features, and Google's VEO3 to create viral quality videos that will blow your mind. And the best part, most of this is completely free to start with. Let's start with the foundation, getting access to all three tools. For ChatGPT, the free version is totally fine. You'll even have access to custom GPTs. The main difference is that the Plus plan at $20 a month gives you faster responses and more advanced models without limitations. But for our test, the free version will work perfectly. For NanoBanana, the best part is that it's also completely free to start with. You can generate almost unlimited images with their free tier, though you'll get access to more advanced features and VEO3 credits for video generation with their premium plans. Now for VEO3, this is where Google surprised everyone. They're offering 1 month completely free, and if you're a student with a valid EDU email, you get 18 months free. That's insane value. Head to gemini.google.com and look for the AI Pro subscription. Click on that free trial and you're golden. Here's something crucial that most people mess up. Make sure you're accessing VEO3 through Google's Flow interface, not the basic Gemini chat. The Flow interface gives you way more control over video generation, aspect ratios, and quality settings. Go to Google Flow after you've activated your subscription. One more setup tip that'll save you tons of credits later: always set your VEO3 output to just one video initially. I see people burning through their entire monthly allocation in the first day because they're generating 4 videos at once. Start with 1, see if you like the result, then scale up. But here's what most people don't realize about this setup process: the order matters tremendously. Start with your ChatGPT first, because you'll want to test prompt generation before you start using NanoBanana and waste your VEO3 credits. For best understanding of GPT-5 prompting techniques, watch this video. When setting up NanoBanana, the beauty is its simplicity. No complex plans or credit systems to worry about. With the free tier, you can generate as many images as you need for learning this workflow. If you decide to upgrade to premium later, you'll get faster processing and access to exclusive models, but the free version is more than enough to get started. For VEO3 setup, there's a crucial step most tutorials skip. After you activate your subscription, spend time exploring the Flow interface without generating anything. Click through all the menus, understand the aspect ratio options, look at the quality settings. This exploration phase will save you credits later because you won't be clicking the wrong buttons and wasting generations. Before we dive in, let me quickly show you something that's been a game changer for all my AI workflows. I'm actually pulling up AI Master Pro right now. This is my go-to hub for everything AI related. See, instead of scattered bookmarks and random AI tutorials, everything I need is right here. I've got over 300 proven prompts, 9+ hours AI-focused training, plus Ask AI Master helps me refine these prompts in real time. It's like having an AI expert sitting next to me. Basically, I will use it for all my GPT text prompts. All right, now let's jump into that workflow I promised. Here's another pro tip for the setup phase: create separate accounts for testing if you can. Use your main Google account for your primary VEO3 work, but if you have access to other Google accounts or student emails, set up additional free trials. This gives you extra credits for learning and experimentation without touching your main allocation. Also, understand the credit refresh cycles. VEO3 credits refresh monthly on your billing date. With NanoBanana, you also can hit daily generation limits on the basic tier if servers will busy. ChatGPT Plus gives you a usage cap that resets every few hours, so if you hit the limit while prompt engineering, just wait a bit and continue. One more setup consideration: workspace organization. Create dedicated folders on your computer for this workflow. workflow. I recommend separate folders for ChatGPT prompts, NanoBanana outputs, and final VEO3 videos. You'll be generating dozens of files, and good organization saves hours of searching later. Also, consider using cloud storage like Google Drive or Dropbox to keep everything synced. Here's something that just hit me watching these AI video tools evolve. We're witnessing this insane transformation where you can literally type, create a product demo video, and get professional results in minutes. You know what's wild? While content teams are getting this level of AI automation, sales teams are still stuck doing everything manually. That's actually why I'm pumped to talk about today's sponsor, Xams. If AI can generate Hollywood quality videos from text prompts, imagine what it can do for your sales process. Xams is basically the AI command center for sales teams. Just like you can tell VEO3 create a video of a sunset over Tokyo, you can tell Xams pull my notes from Gong and update all the leads in Salesforce. And it just happens across your entire tech stack. The beauty is in the simplicity. Instead of clicking through CRM, Slack, and spreadsheets, you just say what you want in plain English. Every time someone books a demo, intelligently assign the right AE and send me approval in Gmail. Or show me my top performing reps and deals likely to close this quarter from HubSpot. Sales teams using Xams save 20+ hours a week and 3x their quota. While we're all amazed by AI creating videos, the real game changer is AI eliminating the busy work that keeps reps away from actually selling. This video is sponsored by Xams, and honestly, if you're serious about leveraging AI in your business beyond just content creation, check them out. Link in the description. Now back to settling up our workflow. Now let's talk about the secret sauce that separates amateur AI video creators from the pros, using ChatGPT's custom GPTs specifically designed for NanoBanana prompting. These aren't just regular ChatGPT conversations. These GPTs have been trained on successful NanoBanana prompts, understand visual storytelling principles, and can create prompts that consistently produce cinema quality results. In the GPT store, search for NanoBanana prompt. This is the specialized GPT designed specifically for NanoBanana image generation. Pick the one with high ratings and recent updates. Here's how to use it effectively. Don't just say, create a prompt for a person in a forest. Instead, give it context and story. Try something like this. Watch what happens. The GPT doesn't just spit out basic descriptors, it creates a full cinematic vision with lighting details, camera angle specifications, color grading notes, and even suggests specific camera equipment that would capture this shot in real life. But here's where it gets really powerful. I'm gonna take this exact same prompt and try it in our prompt creator tool inside AI Master Pro. Watch this. I'll paste the same prompt here and look at the difference. It not only gives me perfect NanoBanana prompt, but also suggests prompt improvements, provides alternative angles, and even recommends which styles would work best for the scene. But here's what most people don't understand about custom GPTs. They get better the more you work with them. These AI systems learn from your interaction patterns and start to anticipate your preferences. If you consistently ask for cinematic prompts, it'll start incorporating more film-like language automatically. If you prefer minimalist compositions, it'll lean toward cleaner, simpler descriptions. There's also a psychological component here that's fascinating. When you give the GPT a rich, detailed brief, you're actually clarifying your own creative vision. Most people have vague ideas like, I want something cool, but the process of explaining your vision to the GPT forces you to think more specifically about mood, lighting, composition, and emotional impact. Let me walk you through another example to show you the power of iterative prompting. Start with this request. Create a prompt for a tech entrepreneur given a presentation. The GPT might give you something decent, but not spectacular. Now try this. See the difference? The second request gives the GPT so much more context to work with. It understands the emotional tone, the specific setting, the lighting requirements, and even references a cultural touchstone that everyone understands. Here's another advanced technique. Use the GPT to create variations of successful prompts. Once you have a prompt that generates amazing results in NanoBanana, go back to the GPT and say, take this successful prompt and create 5 variations that maintain the same same quality, but change the setting, time of day, or mood. This builds your library of proven prompts much faster than starting from scratch each time. You can also use the GPT for problem solving. If NanoBanana keeps generating images that are almost perfect but have one consistent issue, describe the problem to the GPT. Say something like, my prompts keep generating images where the person's eyes look unnatural or the lighting feels too harsh. How should I modify my prompt language to fix these issues? The GPT will suggest specific modifications based on its training on thousands of successful prompts. Finally, don't forget about style references and inspiration. The GPT can help you translate visual inspiration into prompt language. A basic prompt might be man in forest, professional photo. But our GPT creates something like this. That's the difference between amateur and professional results. The GPT understands that every element of the prompt contributes to the final emotional impact of the image. Now we take that perfect prompt to NanoBanana, and here's where the magic really happens. NanoBanana is designed to be incredibly user-friendly while producing professional results. Unlike other AI image generators that require complex settings, NanoBanana streamlines the entire process while maintaining exceptional quality. Here's the workflow that changed everything for me. First, prepare your reference image, just like we discussed. High-resolution photo of yourself, looking directly at the camera, good lighting, minimal shadows on your face. Avoid sunglasses, hats, or anything obscuring facial features. With NanoBanana, you simply upload your reference image, and the tool handles the complex face matching automatically. The beauty of NanoBanana is its intuitive approach to personalization. You don't need to worry about complex strength settings or technical parameters. The system analyzes your reference image and automatically applies the optimal settings for face consistency and quality. Now, paste in that detailed prompt from our ChatGPT. NanoBanana excels at interpreting natural language prompts, so those cinema quality descriptions we created work perfectly. The tool understands context, mood, and styling instructions much more intuitively than traditional generators. Hit generate and NanoBanana create image. The tool automatically optimizes facial features, skin texture, and overall composition for the most realistic results possible. If you're not happy with the results, NanoBanana makes iteration incredibly simple. You can modify your prompt directly, add style instructions, or request variations without starting from scratch. The tool remembers your preferences and builds on successful generations. NanoBanana provides high-resolution images that are immediately ready for VEO3 conversion. No additional upscaling needed, though VEO3's integrated enhancement still adds that extra layer of polish we discussed. Creating great images is one thing, but creating images that translate perfectly to video requires different thinking. Videos need consistent lighting, appropriate facial expressions, and compositions that work well with movement and audio. First, let's talk about lighting consistency. For video conversion, avoid dramatic side lighting or extreme shadows. VEO3 works best with even natural lighting that illuminates your face clearly. In your prompts, specify soft, even lighting, or natural daylight, no harsh shadows. Facial expressions matter more for video than static images. Avoid extreme expressions or unusual mouth positions because they can look weird when animated. Stick to neutral, slight smiles, or confident expressions. Think about how your face would naturally look when speaking the words you plan to add in VEO3. Composition is crucial for video. Remember that VEO3 adds motion, so your image needs space for that movement to feel natural. Don't crop too tight on the face. Leave some room around the head and shoulders. I usually use prompts that specify medium shot or chest-up portrait rather than extreme close-ups. Here's an advanced technique that most creators don't know about. Create multiple versions of the same character in different poses or angles. NanoBanana automatically maintains consistency across generations, so you can build a library of your AI avatar in various positions. This lets you create longer videos by cutting between different shots of the same character. For example, generate your avatar avatar looking straight ahead, then create versions looking slightly left or right, maybe one with arms crossed, another pointing at something off screen. When you convert these to videos in VEO3, you can edit them together to create dynamic, professional-looking content that doesn't feel repetitive. Another pro tip, experiment with different aspect ratios in NanoBanana. While VEO3 works best with 16.9 landscape images, you can create 9/16 vertical images for social media content. Simply specify vertical format or portrait orientation in your prompts. Let's create a practical example. We'll generate 3 different shots of the same avatar, a main shot looking directly at camera, a side angle for dynamic storytelling, and a close-up for emphasis moments. This gives us the building blocks for a complete video sequence. Speaking of workflow efficiency, let me show you something I use daily. This is where I actually store all my successful prompt formulas. See this Prompt Lab Pro section. These are the exact templates I'm using for today's video, organized by category, tested, and ready to copy-paste. The key insight here is that successful AI creators don't reinvent the wheel every time. They systematize what works. That's what this platform does. It turns your scattered AI experiments into repeatable system. Plus, when new tools drop, like when VEO4 comes out, you get the updated workflows instantly through our weekly digest. This saves me literally hours every week. Instead of Googling best ChatGPT prompts for video for the 100th time, I just grab what's proven to work. Now comes the magic, transforming our perfect NanoBanana images into talking, moving videos. But VEO3 isn't just about clicking generate and hoping for the best. There's a science to getting consistently amazing results. First, understand VEO3's 2 modes. Quality mode gives you the absolute best results, but uses 4 times more credits and takes longer to process. Fast mode is perfect for testing and iteration. It's about 5 times cheaper and generates in under a minute. My workflow used fast mode for testing different prompts and voices, then switched to quality mode for final outputs. Now let's talk about prompting for VEO3. This isn't like NanoBanana where you describe visual details. VEO3 prompts are about motion, emotion, and audio. Think of it as directing an actor rather than describing a photograph. Here's a basic structure that works consistently. Speaking emotion in a accent, nationality, voice, what they're saying. For example, speaking confidently in an American accent, you can now turn any image into talking videos that look so realistic. But let's get more sophisticated. VEO3 responds well to emotional direction and specific vocal qualities. Instead of just speaking, try speaking enthusiastically, explaining calmly, announcing excitedly, or whispering conspiratorially. Each creates different facial animations and vocal delivery. Accents and voice characteristics make a huge difference. VEO3 supports dozens of accents and vocal styles: American, Chinese, British, Australian, Indian, South African, and many others. You can even specify gender if your avatar image is ambiguous, though it usually figures this out correctly. Here's where most people go wrong. They try to cram too much into one video. VEO3 generates 8-second clips maximum. That's roughly 15-20 words of spoken content. Plan accordingly. Write your script in 8-second chunks, with each chunk being a complete thought or sentence. Let me demonstrate the process. We'll take our main avatar image, upload it to VEO3, and create our first video. I'm using the prompt, speaking enthusiastically in an American accent. I'm talking about creating your own AI avatar that can speak in any accent. Notice how I'm choosing words that create natural facial expressions. Any accent makes the mouth shape that looks great on camera. The generation process takes about 30 seconds in fast mode. While that's processing, let's set up our second shot using the side angle avatar. This one will be explaining confidently in an American accent. People won't believe they're AI generated. The side angle works perfectly for explanatory content because it feels more conversational. Here's a critical tip that'll save you frustration. Sometimes VEO3 fails to generate audio. This is a known beta issue, especially with certain accents or complex prompts. If this happens, don't panic. Click reuse prompt and try again. The success rate is much higher on the second attempt. When your videos are ready, download them immediately. VEO3 videos expire after a certain period, and there's nothing worse than losing a perfect generation because you forgot to save it. Let's dive into the advanced techniques that separate good VEO3 users from great ones. First, understanding how to chain videos together for longer content. Since each clip is 8 seconds maximum, creating longer videos requires strategic planning, so plan your script in 8-second segments. But think about visual continuity. If you're explaining a complex concept, use different avatar poses for different points. Start with a direct-to-camera shot for the introduction, switch to a side angle for detailed explanation, then back to direct-to-camera for the conclusion. Here's a powerful technique: emotional progression within your video sequence. Start with your avatar looking curious or questioning, move to excited discovery, then end with confident conclusion. This creates an emotional journey that keeps viewers engaged, even though you're using AI-generated content. Voice and accent consistency is crucial for longer sequences. Stick to the same accent and voice tone throughout your video series. VEO3 can be inconsistent if you switch tone too fast. Pick one vocal style and maintain it. Let's talk about troubleshooting, because even the best tools have their quirks. If your avatar's mouth movements don't sync well with the audio, it's usually because your prompt words don't match the facial expression in your original image. A smiling image works great with enthusiastic prompts, but poorly with serious or technical explanations. If the generated movement looks unnatural or jittery, your original image might have too much detail or complex backgrounds. VEO3 works best with clean, simple compositions. This is why that upscaling step we discussed earlier is so important. It cleans up artifacts that can confuse the video generation algorithm. Sometimes VEO3 adds unwanted movement to backgrounds or accessories. If your avatar is wearing jewelry, glasses, or has complex hair, these elements might move unnaturally. You can minimize this by using prompts that focus attention on facial movement, speaking directly to camera, or looking straight ahead while speaking. Finally, always be testing and improving. Save your most successful prompts, note which avatar expressions get the best engagement, and continuously refine your process. The AI landscape moves fast, but the fundamentals of good storytelling and valuable content remain constant. The future of content creation is here, and you're ready to be part of it. Start with one avatar, master the workflow, then scale from there. Check out AI Master Pro below, and let's build your AI-powered future together. Peace.